Humanity is about to vanish. In fact, humans are about to be humbled to their very knees. Oh yes, and this is not the story about the COP28 that just ended, the summit in 2023 in Dubai. No, it is not. Oops, maybe it has something to do with it actually. Oh yeah. While they are busy creating the facade of all is well, laughing, telling their stories, and no one actually want to let you in on the harsh reality they're already setting. If you're not subscribed, please do so. That way you get every of our episode when we release next. Okay, subscribe. Let's dive into the video. The world is about to witness a type of disaster that the world and its history, in fact the human race in its entire history, has never seen before. I'm talking about the kind of disaster that is about to crumble everything human stands for. We're talking about drought, famine, tsunamis, heat waves, global warming 2.0, the type that you've never seen or heard of. In fact, in the entire humanity race has never seen this before. And if you're watching right now, you're still on this level, okay? I'm about to share with you the 3 chain reactions that already are activated as a result of human activities for the past 10 decades, okay? These activities has projected the heavy pollution that is in turn haunting the world so badly. I'm guessing you don't know about this. Maybe you're somehow familiar or have heard about the 3 elements. Yes, in fact these 3 elements, water, air and soil, they intermarried. And why? Because they wanted to give all forms of life the beauty and the life they deserve. And they did their very best. But in return, what did humans do for them? The humans reciprocated by taking away their loved ones, taking away what they love most, by polluting the air, the water, and soil. Yes. Okay, let's move on. Number 1, water. Water is very essential in human life. In fact, we drink, we bathe, we wash, we even cook, and water is even needed in the industrial process. Oh yes, you know all of this. And I'm not talking about just any kind of water, I'm talking about fresh water. Of course, the salty water, which is the ocean water, which is very large in portion, of course, is very corrosive. It's very corrosive to metals, and it's very, very salty that it can increase the potentiality for high blood pressure, making it very unfit for humans to consume. I'm guessing you know that. So now, fresh water, which is very little or very small in the quantity that exists, but despite the quantity that exists, human tends to consume. In fact, some part of the world don't even have enough fresh water for consumption, but we that have it in abundance, or the part that have it in abundance, what do we do with it? Despite all that we needed it for. In agriculture, we need it. In fact, do you know that in making of atomic bombs, fresh waters are often being used to cool the reactor, because salty water cannot be used to cool the reactor. They are salty, they are going to be corrosive. But yet, despite all of this that water does for us, how do we treat it? So poorly. We treat water so poorly. Yes, you and I, that we are telling it that is undeserving. And do not forget, 70% of your body weight is water. The remaining 30% is the bones and the rest of it. Yes, the mass of your body, 70% of it is water. Okay, let's go on. Now we dump plastics, household refugees, and in some unscrupulous industrialists discharge heavy chemicals containing heavy metals into the same water. In fact, the process at which plastics break down in water is called oxidation, and this oxidation often depletes, apart from some other microbial activities that also go on when water is being heavily polluted, deplete the oxygen in this water. And when that happens, it causes the bleaching of the coral reef. Yes, the coral reef are often bleached. It doesn't stop there. Look at your screen. You see the death of fishes. That is what happens, not just to the fish. Every forms of aquatic life are also being haunted. And we need fish. You and I, we eat a lot of salmons and the rest of them. But we kill them with our pollution. Now let me tell you something. It doesn't just stop there. In fact, the human consumption and dire need for water is 100 times to compare to the rate at which water recharge, and by that I mean replenish through rainfall and some other forms of it. Okay, but we are experiencing lack of rainfall or low rainfall as a result of global warming, and we are experiencing high drought, meaning very soon we are going to be losing a lot of food production. Agriculture is going to be producing very poor. It's going to be very poor because we pollute the water on the ground, we pollute the surface water with heavy chemicals and all of that. So water for agriculture is going to be very poor, and the rainfall is very low at this period. All right, number 2, air. All forms of life on earth needs air to exist. Humans need oxygen. The fishes, the aquatic lives, they need oxygen. Except for trees. Trees doesn't need oxygen. In fact, the trees are heavy machines by nature that helps take out the CO2 and replenish it with oxygen for humans. But what do? We don't appreciate the air that we have. What do? We tend to chop down the trees and replenish them or replace them with real estate. Come on, this guy, is that what is most important right now? In fact, in China, some of the saga that has been going on there is that some of the city belt by evergreen real estate is not habitable. In fact, China has about some 600,000 homes that people will not live in because they was just busy building stuff that people don't need. And can I tell you something? Those land that has been conscripted and built on has been destroyed. The trees that were meant to be there has been taken down. The oxygen level is dropping. In fact, do you know why the world does not want Amazon forest to be tampered? Because Amazon forest, they serve as that gigantic machine that helps the world to do what? Generate a lot of oxygen by taking out the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. But just recently, the Brazilian government will start to pave road in the Amazon forest. And what do you think will happen next? Oh, I'm guessing you don't know. Urbanization. It will take place, but slowly. And when that happens, global warming 2.0, heat waves, the kind of diseases that comes from heat. And in fact, let me calm down. I'll keep to my cool. Sorry. Crying for the world. I'll keep to my cool. Okay. Air pollution. Air pollution. Do you even know that poor air quality as a result of pollution leads to variety of mental health challenges as well as health challenges ranging from depression, anxiety, personality disorder, and we're talking about schizophrenia. Okay, we have lung cancer, we have difficulty in breathing as a result of bad air, acute difficulty in breathing, and heart issues. Come on, guys, what are we not saying here? And yet people are busy polluting the air. Okay, I understand you're saying he's flaring up, but I'm keeping to my cool. I'm coming down, but I'm just letting you know what's going on right now. Okay, calm down. 3. Yeah, the third one, last but not the least, soil. We need soil to grow agricultural processes. Yes, produce our food, build our houses on it. In the soil, we have the groundwater. Despite all of this that the soil does for us, do you even know that the soil have some microbial activities that goes on before any plant could grow? Yes, oxygen percolating into the soil. That's a complex process actually, but I'm about to break it down a little bit. There is something called aerobic bacteria. What they do is they help to fix oxygen in the soil. Okay, they break it down, they fix it in the soil, and so plants are able to sap this oxygen, use it to grow and all of that. Okay, it's a complex process. Okay, I get you might not understand, but do you know that oil spill or the presence of industrial waste from some unscrupulous industrialists that cover the surface or saturate the porosity of the soil prevents it from getting oxygen? Oxygen is not percolating anymore. With low oxygen traps on the surface of this oil or some chemical waste discharge from some unscrupulous industrialists. Okay, not all industrialists are bad, but we have some unscrupulous industrialists that have been abated by some corrupt politicians who take bribes and let them go do their thing, like usual. Except that this time he's haunting us. Yes, he's haunting the globe, he's haunting the humans, he's haunting everyone. Yes. Now, is left untreated because it's going to cost a lot to treat, okay, whether be it on water or on the soil. What happens is that they prevent oxygen from getting into the soil, and the microbial activities that were supposed to take place before the plant to grow dies. All the bacteria start to die, and then even the friend of the farmer, yes, earthworm is a friend of the farmer. They have to break the soil. Okay, they have to break the soil. Okay, or fallow the soil. Okay, but when all these organisms demise, what do you think happened? That land or that soil becomes unfit for production. Now, even the real estate cannot build on such heavily polluted ground because some of these chemicals or metal or heavy metals present in the soil could be heavily carcinogenic or carcinogenic in nature. So agriculture it's not useful to eat. Real estate, it's not useful to it. So that site has to be abandoned. And guess what? It could take hundreds of years. There's a government that tried to, look into such matters and try to treat it up or get the people involved to account, okay, and get them to clean up their mess. It takes time, a lot of time. So are you seeing how these things is affect food production, affect health, affect everything about us? Did I mention earlier, or maybe I didn't? Do you know that according to Lancet research in 2019, that about 1.7 million people died in India as a result of air pollution? Maybe you're not aware. And folks, I'm about to bring this video to an end, okay? But before I do that, if you like what we do here, please share this video. I know there are a lot of people who are not aware of this, that could do something, write something, act, or in one way or the other campaign, so that these unscrupulous politicians and industrialists will stop taking money in place of life at all times. Okay, so please like, share this video, all right? So that way we can at least bring the rate of things down. Okay, so I'm assuming that you do just that. So in my own opinion, in the summary, closing this video, going forward, I believe that we can still do something, we can still contribute. If you have ever seen the movie Moana, then you will leave me but with just a statement that after the heart of Te Fiti was stolen, he vowed to destroy the whole of the island. The crops started dying, the water became unfit for drinking and all of that. But as soon as they restored the heart of Te Fiti, what happened? She restored the glory of the island. All of a sudden, the agricultural produce start becoming fat and good enough, water for consumption and all of that. She blessed them. But in reality, for you and I, God is nature, and nature is God, and you are also nature, because he said, for ye are gods. And you are also nature. Maybe you don't know, because you are made out of the three elements. You are made out of soil, you are made out of air, and 70% of your body mass is water. So you cannot do without these things. Okay, so I'm about to leave you with these thoughts. Okay, maybe you can sit around at your leisure for thoughts. Okay, you are fighting yourself. Stop fighting yourself. Stop fighting nature. If you fight nature, you're fighting yourself. If you fight nature, you're fighting God. And in this fight or war against yourself or God, there is only one villain, and you are the villain. You can never win God. You can never win yourself. All right, so why don't you change your ways? Okay, stop collecting those bribes, all right, in the dark alley, just to abate some evil that will prevent the next generations from passing through life just like the way you pass through it. Okay, contribute to earth green, make the earth green. Okay, keep it clean, keep the airspace clean. All right, don't do things that at your dying point on that sick bed, if you even had such privilege, you won't regret it. In fact, you'll be happy at your demise, and people will be happy that they had somebody like you. All right, so thank you. As I see you soon in our next episode. All right, I'm wishing you good health as you contribute to keeping the world clean your airspace, the soil, and the water. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye bye.